Rosemont! This is Monster Jam Freestyle Mania!
The first competition of the night is Monster Jam JCB Racing. All 8 trucks have been seeded into the bracket based on a random draw. So finally, for the final time here in Rosemont, these trucks will race head-to-head with the fastest 4 drivers advancing to the semi-final round. Now, Monster Jam fans, with the JCB Racing competition, it's all about how fast they go. There is no scoring for you, but we'll get to that in just a minute because you still do have a very important responsibility. You've got to get loud. You've got to cheer. So before we send them off, let's give us a test round. Make some noise if you're ready for Monster Jam JCB Racing.
Oh, they sound pretty ready to me, Taylor, but let's do a recap real quick of what's about to happen. El Toro Loco and Sparker Smash are your first pair here in round number 1. These JCB Racing competition wins have been out of control, so let's meet your competitors here in round number 1. Make some noise, Rosemont, for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Lining up against Kylie Kent, Sparkle Smash. Your winner, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Moving on to the semifinal round of JCB Racing. Fernando Martinez using his veteran status against our newcomer, Kylie Kent. Maneuvering around the track just a bit faster. Earning a spot in the semifinal round. All right, Rosemont, let's meet your second matchup of today. It is Abe Galvin, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Going up against Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon. First time matchup between these two competitors, making their way to the line. As they get set, we go green! That was a tight finish right there between these two competitors. Michaela giving it all she's got. Abe Galvin looking for his first competition win here at Freestyle Mania. And the board says, that is your winner, Abe Galvin, Ringling Bailey Circuit. El Toro Loco and Ringling Bailey Circuit are matching up right there in the semifinal round. Welcome to the track, your next competitors. It's Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Representing Team Classroom Crusher, it's Chucky Palkin. Fifth time these two match up. Weston has 3 wins over Chucky. Will that change? They are set. Let's go green! Another tight finish right there in the first round, trying to punch their tickets into the semifinal round. Super glue to the action replay shows your winner, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. The final matchup here in the first round of JCB Racing features Tony Oaks, JCB Gigatron. Facing off against Brandon Toluchka, Zombie. Second time these two matchups, Tony holds the victory over Brandon. Will he continue that streak? Let's find out, Rosemont, as they go green! Your winner, Brandon Toluchka, Zombie. Super glued to the action replay. Tony didn't quite hit the turn the way that he wanted to on the final one, which leads to a Zombie victory facing off against Gravedigger in the semifinal round. All right, Monster Jam fans, let's take a look at the JCB Racing competition bracket. We have the first matchup, El Toro Loco against Ringling Bailey Circuit. Abe Galvin making his semifinal debut here at Freestyle Mania. And of course, Gravedigger facing off against Zombie for your second matchup of the semifinal.
This is the Monster Jam JCB Racing semifinal round. The fastest 4 drivers of the event have advanced to this round, and the winners will continue on to the finals, where they will compete for the first 8 points of the event and the racing win. Rosemont, are you ready for more Monster Jam JCB Racing?
Oh yeah, they're ready, Taylor. Another first-time matchup here between Abe Galvin and Fernando Martinez. They go green! We have to go to the super glue to the action replay. It came down to the wire. A photo finish for your winner. Moving on to the final round is it's gonna be Abe Galvin, Ringling Bailey Circuit. A tight finish there, but Abe Galvin earns a spot in the JCB final round for the first time in his Freestyle Mania career. Let's find out exactly who he's going to match up against in the final round. 7th time matchup between Gravedigger and Zombie. Weston holds the lead. Let's go green! Rosemont. These races are getting tighter and tighter. We have to go to the replay to see who crossed the finish line first. Was it Zombie? Was it Gravedigger? As you can see there, the first tires to cross the finish lines are Weston Anderson, Gravedigger, making his way to the final round of JCB Racing.
Rosemont, this is the Monster Jam JCB Racing final round. The winner of this race takes the first 8 points of the event and the racing win. Rosemont, are you ready to meet your racing finals contenders?
He's bad to the bone. It's Weston Anderson, Team Gravedigger. Facing off against the local superstar from Chicago, it's Abe Galvin, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. First 8 points of the event are on the line. Whoever wins this race, let's go green! Rosemont, check out the super glue glued to the action replay. The first tires that cross the line, earning the first 8 points of this event. And your JCB Racing winner is Weston Anderson, Team Gravedigger. As he makes his way out of the truck, everybody in Chicagoland loves them some Team Gravedigger. Noah Bach and his teammate is running on top of the pod. Weston is celebrating on top of the world right now. Christina Moore is making his way, taking another JCB Racing win, adding that to his resume in hopes of standing on top of the pod at the end of the night. Let's catch up with the winners.
Unbelievable stuff. And Weston, I think I might have heard you just say you didn't have first gear during that and you pulled out the win?
I only had first gear. We pulled out for intros. I threw this 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck in second gear, and all I had was another first. So I came out here. I tried to make all my corners as precise as I could. We screamed this 540 big block in this Monster Jam truck, but you know what? We were still consistent enough in our turns. We got the win, baby. Team Gravediggers up top. First thing.
Keep the energy, don't leave me yet. Keep the energy up because you still got the two-wheel skills challenge. We always know Gravedigger throws down with those combination moves.
You know, I think we're going to try and throw a Band-Aid on this transmission. We don't have enough time to swap it, but I'm going to come out here. I'm still going to try and put on the best show I can for you fans. I'm going to get this truck up on one BKT tire, try and balance it there. All that matters is that you guys have fun. The louder you guys get, the crazier we get in these trucks. So Rosemont, I need to hear you guys make some noise!
Monster Jam fans, that did count as his first attempt, so Chucky Palkin is getting ready to do his second. And that's gonna do it for Chucky Palkin, Classroom Crusher. You can scan the QR code right now, judgeszone.com. CHI is your code, 20 seconds. Obviously, the track not cooperating with what Chucky wanted to do with his attempts, not able to get a true attempt off in the way that Chucky Palkin knows how. There could be issues with the Monster Jam truck. Drew Slough doesn't care either way. He's cheering on his teammate. The scores are locked. So let's check out what you said for Chucky Palkin. That is a 2.687 for your first competitor. Now let's make some noise and welcome in your next competitor. It's Kylie Kent, Team Sparkle Smash. That was Kylie Kent's first attempt. Trying to go for a popper on top of the pod. Making her way around, getting ready for attempt number 2.
Put those hands together and make some noise for Kylie Kent's Sparkle Smash. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. Remember, you fans get to help crown our next champion of this competition, but only by going to judgeszone.com.
That's right. You saw there in her second attempt, getting a better attempt there with the sky wheelie that she's been honing in right now. The scores are locked for Kylie Kent. Let's see exactly what you thought, Rosemont. The score for Kylie Kent is a 6.670, taking the first stop here for two-wheel skills. Let's welcome to the track, Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon. That's a fantastic first attempt. Scott Murray is loving every bit of it. Her teammate in the back. Attempt number 2 coming up for Michaela.
Monster Jam fans, keep it going. That was Michaela Toluchka, Megalodon. Scoring is open for Megalodon. If you've scanned that QR code already, great job. You're already on track. You got about 15 seconds remaining. How are you going to score?
We've been seeing Michaela get better and better at these two-wheel attempts, getting the popper on top of the pod and able to walk it all the way through and back. Impressive attempts there from Michaela. The scores are locked as she says hey to the crowd. Let's see what you said to her. The score for Michaela Toluchka is 8.683. Good enough for first place. Here we go, Rosemont. Let's welcome to the track Tony Oaks, Team JCB Digatron. Tony Oaks in his first attempt, taking that popper into a nose wheelie, trying to balance all of that weight on one BKT tire. Let's see what he's got for attempt number 2.
Make some noise, Monster Jam fans! That was Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron. You got to score now, but there's only one place you can do that, David, and that's judgeszone.com. City code CHI.
That is a place to be, and of course, Tony Oaks, glued to the action replay. The second attempt wasn't quite what he wanted. That track condition just slipped him up underneath as he was trying to hit that stoppie off of the pod. The scores are locked, but let's find out where this leaves Tony Oaks. The score for JCB is 7.322. Michaela Teleschka holds on to that top spot. He's a bad man. He's bad to the bone. Let's make some noise for Weston Anderson, Team Gravedigger.
Weston, you teased us with that one. Monster Jam fans, make some noise for Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Go ahead and score now at judgeszone.com.
Weston Anderson doing Weston Anderson things, pushing the limits, getting that Monster Jam truck on just one BKT tire, spinning it off of the pod and landing on the other side of that Monster Jam truck. Unbelievable second attempt there from Weston Anderson. Will it be enough to take down Michaela Teleschka? Here we go. The score for Weston Anderson is 8.817, taking the top spot, Team Gravedigger. All right, Monster Jam fans, if you want an opportunity to meet some of these superstars after the event, you can scan that QR code. We still have some seats available for all of you fans that want a chance to meet our FMX superstars, our Monster Jam superstars, and you can get to know these teams after the event. You can scan that QR code. It's going to be here in the Allstate Arena, an opportunity for you to do something that only happens here at Monster Jam.
Now, if you Monster Jam fans are having the time of your life here at the greatest show on dirt, well, you better buckle up because the greatest show on earth is going to be right here at Allstate Arena later this year. You fans actually have the opportunity to leave here with a $10 off gift certificate. You can ask your usher at your section by, but for now, let's take a look up at the video board to learn more.
Here we go, Monster Jam fans. Abe Galvin, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit, is about to take the track for two-wheel skills. He grew up here in Chicago. He's got his friends and family in attendance. It's time to put on a show for them, Abe.
Monster Jam fans, put your hands together. That was Abe Galvin, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com.
Let's take a look here to Super Glue, glued to the action replay. We talk about the track conditions and how they're constantly changing after each competition. They've been telling me that it's been slick, and you can see right there on the nose wheelie coming off of the pod, Abe Galvin just couldn't keep control, so he has a rollover, almost saves it there at the end, but not quite. That was one attempt from Ringling Bailey Circuit. And there is a score for Abe Galvin. It is a 6.629, putting him 5th in this competition.
Monster Jam fans, what Bailey says, you do. Touch your toes. Bailey says, touch your toes. Bailey says, spin around once. Bailey says, hop on one foot. Pat your head and rub your tummy. Bailey didn't say that. Bailey says, flap your arms. Bailey says, wiggle your fingers. Now stretch your arms. Bailey says, stretch your arms. Stand on one leg. Yeah, Banger, can you stand on one leg? Bailey says, march in place. Take a deep breath. Bailey didn't say that, and it doesn't look like you guys are doing it. Bailey says, act like a robot. Thanks for playing, Monster Jam fans. We'll have to work on that one. Give yourselves a round of applause.
All right, Rosemont, welcome to the track. Make some noise for my teammate Brandon Telechka.
That was the first attempt from Brandon Telechka. Let's see what he has in store for attempt number 2. Will he rotate it all the way around? Lands it on those BKT tires.
That's right. Let him hear you, Monster Jam fans. Brandon Telechka Zombie. Go ahead and lock in your scores at judgeszone.com.
Taylor, I am terrible with degrees, but it seemed as if he rotated that Monster Jam truck at least 180 degrees on one tire in the middle of his zombie handstand. Great second attempt there from Brandon Telechka. As you can see there, slap wheelie included. We have here the score to beat from Gravedigger is an 8.817. Will this beat Weston? The score for Brandon Telechka is 8.976, putting Brandon at the top. Here we go. Here we go, Rosemont, your final competitor for the 2-wheel skills challenge, making his way down the tunnel. Okay, Monster Jam fans, I'm getting breaking news from the back. Our Monster Jam officials are putting Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco on the 60. Doesn't even need it. He's fired up. He's coming to hit the track. Here we go. Make some noise. Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. That was attempt number 1. What do you got, Fernando? Attempt number 2 coming right up.
Make some noise for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com.
Fernando Martinez making his way out of the Monster Jam truck, saying what's up to the people here of Rosemont. 2 attempts down. I can tell that Fernando didn't necessarily get exactly what he wanted to, blaming the track as he's standing right there. The scores are still coming in for Fernando Martinez. The scores are locked, and that is a 7.803, leaving Fernando in 4th place for this competition, which means that the winner for the 2-wheel skills competition is Brandon Telechka Zombie. It was a tough competition all throughout for a lot of our Monster Jam drivers. Brandon Telechka takes the win with an 8.976. No one broke the 9-point barrier in the scores. The highest score almost reaching 9 points, but that was Brandon Telechka. The track was unforgiving. But of course, Brandon still bested every other competitor out there with his signature zombie handstand, an incredible second attempt, leaving him with 8 points for Team Zombie. When we talk about all of these points that are added up, they are massive when it comes to Freestyle Mania because every single bit matters. And Chandler Hyder, you heard him introducing his teammate. So Chandler's about to hit the track. Coming up next for those competitions for upright trick and best trick competition. Now, Christina Moore, you're on top of the pod. What's going on?
So, David, I do need to bring to light something that happened in between events because this moment is really, really important. Okay, so in between events, the entire Telechka family worked together to do a full motor swap on that Monster Jam truck, which is so difficult to do. In literally under 2 hours, they were able to do that. Right up there, we got Mama Telechka, who was working behind the scenes with the entire Telechka family to make this moment happen. It takes a village, and it really is a testament to family here at Monster Jam. Mama, you gotta come up here, okay? I'm gonna give him a second to catch his breath because he just ran an entire tunnel. But Mama Telechka, how important is this moment for you? Because I know you were getting emotional behind the scenes, just how hard your entire family was working.
I'm speechless. I just watched everyone work so hard together to get this motor changed, and just seconds before it was time to come out, they were putting the body on Zombie as Brandon was putting his fire suit on, like seconds.
Yeah, and it was wonderful just to see the camaraderie, the friendship, the family. You got Chandler Hyder, who just ran down from the desk to show his support. You know, Brandon, this one has to just feel extra special.
Yeah, it feels absolutely awesome. You know, you guys are out here getting super loud, getting super crazy. You're the reason why we do what we do. You know, without you guys, we wouldn't have a job. I can't thank you guys enough for coming out, and that's why we work on these trucks up to last minute to put on an event for you guys. Now let me hear you guys. You guys ready for some freestyle motocross?
Give it up one more time, Team Zombie!
Welcome in these superstars. And kicking us off, we have Ringling Bailey Circuits, Greg Duffy. Let's keep it going for Josh Hedford, JCB Digatron. Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. Let's make some noise for Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. AJ Roseborough, El Toro Loco. Let's see those zombie arms. Chandler Hyder, Zombie. Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. Here we go, Greg Duffy, sleeping, taking a nap, Ringling Bailey Circuit. What you got, Josh? Well, cliffhanger for the people. Let's step it up, Drew. Massive whip. Noah Bakken. Here we go, AJ. Woo! Chandler Hyder. It's Cam Demonium, Mr. Sepulveda. Okay, Scott Murray, the fish out of water. Oh, these boys are having a good time already, and that was just the warm-up jumps. Here we go. We're going to have an excellent FMX competition. I can already tell these boys are fired up. They got me going. What do you say, Rosemont?
Welcome back to Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, everybody. This is the FMX Best Upright Trick Competition. Now, each rider will have their first opportunity to put points on the board for their team using over 100 tricks from their options, except the backflips, all right? No backflips are allowed in this competition, just upright tricks. You fans will have 20 seconds to score at judgeszone.com. So, who's ready for the FMX Best Trick Competition?
They sound ready to me, and let's meet your first competitor. We have representing Team Megalodon, Scott Murray. Scott's adjusting his handles, letting the boys know what's about to come their way. He says, I see you. Now it's time for you to see me. Scott Murray has the most competition wins out of all of these FMX riders. Let's see what he has in store here for the upright trick competition.
Put those hands together for Scott Murray, Megalodon. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com.
Scott Murray starting off strong there in the super glue, glued to the action replay, the KOD, executing it really, really well with amazing position. He's letting the boys know exactly what's up as he makes his way back to his stop. Let's see exactly what you thought, Chicagoland. The scores are locked, and the score for Scott Murray is 8.333. Your first competitor. Let's see those zombie arms flying. Rosemont, it's Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie.
Monster Jam fans, let's see those zombie arms. That was Chandler Hyder, Zombie. Scoring is open once again at judgeszone.com. Keep in mind, it feels like a little less time when it comes to our FMX competitions because the time starts as soon as they hit the bag.
Chandler Hyder with the move that really does speak to his team name, the Dead Body, representing Team Zombie. The scores are locked, and the score for Chandler Hyder is 7-6-4-9, leaving him in second place for your second competitor. It's time to welcome to the track, Josh Hedford, Team JCB Digatron.
Oh, indeed. Come on, make some noise for Josh Hedford, JCB Digatron. And you know what time it is? Well, if you don't, I'm here to tell you, it's time to score.
You can hear the audible grasp from the crowd. Josh Hedford with one hand off, just unbelievable stuff. The scores are locked. Let's see exactly where this leaves Josh. The score for Josh Hedford is a 9.174. Good enough for first place. Put him at the top of the leaderboard, Josh Hedford. This next competitor definitely has something up his sleeve. It's time to welcome Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. Cam Sepulveda has a victory here in the upright trick competition on the series. Will he pull off another W here?
Monster Jam fans, make some noise for Camp Sepulveda Sparkle Smash. Scoring is open. You see Kylie Kent giving you the signal. Slide the BKT tire up or down.
Well, let's see if Chicagoland agrees. I know that she's looking for a straight 10, but Cam Sepulveda has been improving on that trick precisely all throughout the weekend. And let's see exactly where that leaves him here in the upright trick. The scores are locked, and the score for Cam is 8.875. Not taking the top, but good enough for second. Oh, he's a bad man. It's time to make some noise for Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. Noah Bakken has the most competition wins here in the upright trick. Let's see if he can start a brand new streak.
Let them hear you, Monster Jam fans. Whoa, 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 whoa. Weston. Make some noise for Noah Bakken, Gravedigger. Scoring is open.
It's a little cliffhanger with some flair right there. I have a feeling that's exactly what Weston would look like if he tried that move, flailing his arms in the air. Let's see what you think. Rosemont, the scores are locked. He's waiting with anticipation, and the score for Gravedigger is 8.293, good for fourth place. Making his way to the track, it's time to welcome Greg Duffy, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. Greg Duffy has already won a competition this weekend, this particular one, the upright trick. What you got, Greg?
Oh, indeed. Come on, make some noise. That was Greg Duffy, Ringling Bailey Circuit. There he is. One of the oldest moves in the book. I mean, really, it was a gigantic whip, but it's always a gigantic crowd pleaser.
You could just hear it from the crowd here. They couldn't believe that he was able to move that FMX bike that quickly to be able to whip it around and land. Very impressive move there by Greg Duffy. The scores are locked, and the score for Greg is a 9.076, which is excellent, putting him in second place. We have two competitors left in the upright trick. And let's make some noise for Drew Slough, Team Classroom Crusher. Here we go, Drew Slough, getting ready, takes off.
Now lean back, Hey, make some noise for Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. Gotta get those scores in now. You know, Classroom Crusher's Chucky Palkin, he knew how to do the whip and the nay-nay. Do you think he knows how to do the lean back? That might be before his generation.
I think it's definitely before his generation, but look, Drew Slough getting it done with the lazy boy. My grandfather used to have one of those back in the day, so let's see if he can impress the crowd here in Rosemont with that move. The scores are locked, and the score for Drew Slough is 8.104, good for sixth place. And for your final competitor coming up here in the upright trick, let's make some noise for your local superstar, AJ Roseborough, Team El Toro Loco. AJ grew up not too far from here in Illinois. Let's see what you have in store, AJ. Let's make some noise, Monster Jam fans. That was AJ Roseborough, Toro Loco. Let's go to judgeszone.com. So last time here in the upright trick, AJ with an unbelievable extension with the double seat grab heart attack, pulling it out in excellent form. Here we go, AJ making his way back on top of the pod. The scores have been calculated. They are locked. And the score for Team El Toro Loco is 8.942, which puts you in third place, which means that the winner of the FMX Upright Trick Competition goes to Josh Hedford, JCB Digatron.
Tony Oak standing by right now. I got to get your feedback on this one because now 2 in a row for Josh Hedford.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We're super proud of Josh. We got Gravedigger and El Toro Loco out here making fun of me through the window here. These guys are all crazy. But Josh, man, we knew he'd come out here and lay it down. I forgot how to drive the first half of this event, so Josh is out there holding it down for Team JCB Digatron. I knew he's going to come out here in best trick here and really just whoop some butt out there. And then we got freestyle later on. I got some tricks up my sleeve. But Josh, go out there and kill it, my man.
Let's take a look to see where that leaves Team JCB Digatron. After that victory, we have them in fourth place with 14 points, but Team Gravedigger still sits on top with 18, Ringling Bailey Circuit 16, El Toro Loco with 15, and we just mentioned that Team JCB Digatron taking the win in upright trick, leaving them with 14 to round out the top 4. We still have one more competition left. It is the FMX Best Trick Competition.
And this is the FMX Best Trick Competition. Our riders are now going to have their final opportunity to earn points for their team. All right, you'll have 20 seconds to score at judgeszone.com. And this time, these riders can do a backflip, all right? It's all up to you to help us crown our next champion of the FMX Best Trick Competition.
Let's kick this off, Chicagoland. Give them your energy. It's Chandler Hyder, Team Zombie. Let's make some noise for Chandler Hyder. Team Zombie, Brendan Teleschka cheering him on in the back. You saw your first backflip here in the Best Trick Competition. Textbook execution there from Chandler Hyder, making it look easy. A very difficult move, and he pulls it off for the best trick on the Glue to the Action replay. So the scores are coming in. Let's see exactly what you thought, Chicagoland. The score for Chandler Hyder is 8.516 for your first competitor. Now, as you can see right there, we're fixing the bag. Safety is our top precaution here, our top priority here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. So Cam Sapova to making sure that the bag is in tip-top shape for these riders to land on safely. You see there, he's getting instruction from the other ones. But our riders, they're very used to this. They know exactly what needs to be done and what needs to happen in order to make sure that this competition goes on safely. And now let's keep this going, Monster Jam fans. Introduce your next competitor, Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. Noah Bakken's looking for his first best trick competition. He's done very well in the upright. Let's see if he can make an impact here. Scoring is open. Head over to judgeszone.com. Weston Anderson's loving what he sees. You see there in the super glue, Glue to the Action replay, a backflip variation with a heel clicker involved. was able to actually make contact with his heels before he landed on the bag. You can see that he's feeling pretty good about that trick. The scores are locked for Noah Bakken, and the score for Team Gravedigger is good enough for first, 8.781 for Noah Bakken. Celebrating 25 years of that crazy bull, it's time for AJ Roseborough, Team El Toro Loco. AJ took a competition win here in Rosemont in the best trick. He was the one that broke Scott Murray's streak. What do you say?
Put those hands together and make some noise for AJ Roseborough, El Toro Loco. Go ahead and score at judgeszone.com.
That was an unbelievable backflip right there. Variation using no hands from AJ Roseborough. Usually I need both of my hands to do anything, but AJ didn't need any to pull off that backflip. You see the shenanigans back there in the back. Fernando Martinez says, these scores are locked. You can't change it, Weston. And the score for AJ is 8.346, putting him in third place. Let's welcome your next competitor. He just won the previous competition. Let's see what he can do here. Josh Hedford, Team JCB Digatron. Josh Hedford looking for another competition victory here. Let's fly, Josh.
Monster Jam fans, come on, put those hands together for Josh Hedford, JCB Digatron. It doesn't look like Tony was scoring his teammate there, but you guys better be scoring that one. And
you can hear it in the crowd, Taylor, the audible gasp, the ooh, ah. Just an unbelievable backflip variation there from Josh Hedford. The scores are locked, and the score for Josh is good enough for first place and 9.188, taking the lead for Team JCB Digatron.
Monster Jam fans, I'm hanging in the stands right now with Abe Galvin representing Team Ringling Bailey Circuit. This is his premiere weekend here in Rosemont for the 2026 season. So Abe, the fact that you're here from Chicagoland, I think it's time that you formally introduce your teammate. All right, Gabe, take it away.
Chicago. I think we need to give a Chicago welcome to the man, the myth, the legend, Greg Duffy.
You heard his teammate, Abe Galvin, cheering on Greg Duffy. One of the most decorated FMX riders in the world, holding a Guinness World Record. What do you say, Greg? Let's blow these people away.
put those hands together and make some noise for Greg Duffy, Ringling Bailey Circuit. There he is. Let him hear you, folks. And then let's get those scores in.
Pulling off the heel clicker backflip variation, Greg Duffy. There's no place like home. And he said, I feel like home here at Chicagoland. I've been winning. Let's keep the streak going. The scores are locked, and the score for Greg Duffy is 8.962, putting Team Ringling Bailey Circuit in second place. He's cutting class and here to tear up the track. Let's make some noise for Drew Slough, Team Classroom Crusher. Drew Slough was here during the summertime at Freestyle Mania. He's taking all his talents and his experience. What do you got, Drew?
Oh, Monster Jam fans, come on, make some noise. That was Drew Slough, Classroom Crusher. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com.
Pulling off a super flip, Drew Slough said, "Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly." That one's for you, Taylor.
Yeah, I appreciated that. Thanks, David.
Let's see what you thought, Chicagoland. The scores are locked. And the score for Drew Slough is a 9.052. Not good enough for first, but putting you in second place, Drew Slough. We have two competitors to go here in the best trick competition. And a giant in this competition is making his way to the track. Let's make some noise for Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. After watching his streak break at 21 straight, he has now compiled a new streak of 3 straight best trick competition wins. Checking his bike, making sure that everything is good before he hits the skies. Our Monster Jam fans have come to expect greatness from Scott Murray as he's loosening up and getting ready. It is no easy feat to do what these guys are doing. Here we go, Rosemont.
Come on, it's all right. Go ahead, you can clap. That was Scott Murray, Megalodon. Got it coming back up on the super glue, glued to the action replay. There it is. I think he's trying to make that his signature move. At one point, it kept him undefeated.
Scott Murray is just unbelievable at that KOD backflip as he looks at the replay. I'm curious to see what he thinks of that trick, the extension that he was able to pull off, but it doesn't matter what he thinks. This is on you. So here we go. What did you think, Chicago? The scores are locked, and the score for Scott Murray is good enough for number one, 9.585. Taking the lead in the best trick competition. And make some noise for your final competitor here in the best trick. It's Cam Sepulveda, Team Sparkle Smash. Cam Sepulveda with the theatrics, confetti cannon. He said it's about to pop off right here, Rosemont.
Let him hear you, Rosemont. That was Cam Sepulveda, Sparkle Smash.
Cam Sepulveda pulling off another KOD backflip. You just saw Scott Murray do it. He saw it and said, I think I can do one better. You see there in the super glue, glued to the action replay, pulls it off, lands it. The scores are coming in and the scores are locked. Here we go. Let's see what you thought. The score for Cam Sepulveda is a 9.034, putting Team Sparkle Smash in fourth place, which means that the winner of the FMX Best Trick Competition goes to Scott Murray, Megalodon. We just witnessed two incredible competitions, but I think you want to see some more. Chicagoland, do you want some more? You heard them, boys. It's time to give it to them. You're about to see something that only happens here at Monster Jam Freestyle Mania. 8 of the best superstars on the planet here in Chicagoland, ready to show off their talents. They just competed for you, but they have a special treat for all of you Monster Jam fans. It is time for the Freestyle Mania train. The boys are ready. The train is in the station. The conductor's waving his flag. Let's kick it off, boys. Choo-choo! Woo! Chicagoland, these guys are spoiling you tonight. Unbelievable stuff that we're seeing. 8 back-to-back tricks. But I think these guys have one more. Do you want one more, Rosemont? Train is in the station. They're taking off. Choo-choo! There you have it, Rosemont. Let's make some noise one more time and give it up for your superstars of Freestyle Mania as they hit the track one more time. It's time to catch up with the winners. We saw Scott Murray take the best trick competition. That is his 4th competition win in a row when it comes to best trick. And we also saw Josh Hedford take the upright trick competition, and that is 2 in a row just here on Sunday at Rosemont. He won earlier. This is a repeat from the earlier pod. We had both of these athletes standing on there talking to Christina Moore. How about some deja vu? As Christina Moore makes her way on top of the pod, let's hear from the winners.
David, this is definitely a little bit of deja vu, and we're going to have Josh Hedford with us for the next couple of weeks. I have a funny feeling we're going to see the 2 of them on the pod a lot. Scott, I'll start with you because, listen, this weekend has been a little bit of a roller coaster. Yeah, there you go. This weekend's been a little bit of a roller coaster. You know, you had 21 best trick wins in a row. Then you got, defeated, but now you're starting the pattern again. So welcome back.
Oh, it's all glory to God. I'm just up here living the dream, and what a blessing this is to be up here riding dirt bikes and be sharing a pod with my stepson. It's pretty awesome. I'm so blessed to be here, and I suffered my first loss on Friday. I was so sick. I don't want to make excuses. I got beat fair and square, but I've been so sick all weekend long and just really struggling with the respiratory stuff and everything, and I'm starting to come out of it now and starting to feel a little better. So thankfully we're back on track. We're back aimed at the goal, and we're going to keep it up. Hopefully we can stay in front of this young buck.
Well, this guy right over here, you are making quite the impression at Freestyle Mania with these wins. I don't know if you heard Tony Oakes back there, but he was pretty proud to now have you on the team.
Oh yeah, Tony and I, we go back quite some time, and every time I see him, he's just throwing down ripping in every truck, and the JCB especially, and I just got to keep up with him, and I got to keep up with this guy over here, Mr. Scott Murray, the good old Pops over here. He's just throwing down. Everything he does is huge, everything's overbuilt, everything's strong, especially he's built like an ox, so I don't know how to keep up with him really. I just try to do a lot of hot yoga and stretch as much as I can.
Well, it definitely worked for both of you. So, Monster Jam fans, give it up for Scott Murray, Team Megalodon. You got Josh Hedford, Team JCB Ticketron.
Monster Jam fans, I need you to stick one arm out, stick the other arm out, and move them up and down like the zombie fans you are. That was Brandon Telechka, Zombie.
Here he goes, Brandon, just hanging out the upside down zombie for the people. You know, he's feeling pretty good about that freestyle run after everything that him and his family went through to make sure that this moment was possible. The scores are locked, and the score for Brandon is 8.472 for your first competitor. Okay, Rosemont, I hope you put on your sunscreen, because we're going for a swim. It's Michaela Telechka, Team Megalodon.
Michaela Telechka, Megalodon. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. Her teammate Scott Murray cheering her on in the back. What'd you fans think?
Scott's loving every bit of that Michaela Telechka run. The scores are locked, so let's find out where that leaves Michaela Telechka. And the score for Megalodon is a 7.611, good enough for second place. Here we go, Rosemont. It's time for that crazy bull to make an appearance in freestyle. Give it up for Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Monster Jam fans, it seems as if Fernando is lining it up. Let's find out, is he gonna go for it? I think he is. The Morgan & Morgan backflip. And he pulls it off! He pulls off the save! 5 seconds left on the clock. Oh, Fernando! JudgesZone.com, 20 seconds. He's feeling himself. Rosemont. He is on top of the world right now. Let's find out exactly what you thought of that run on top of the pod, pumping his chest. Let's see what the score is for Fernando Martinez. That score is 9.480. First place, El Toro Loco. Let's take a look here at the Super Glue. Glued to the action replay. That Morgan & Morgan backflip bounced him back, did another rotation, and when you thought he was down, he said, not up in here. And he rotated out. Unbelievable. Let's see. Christina, you're standing by with AJ.
Well, Monster Jam fans, I'm hanging here in the stands. We got Danny Gonzalez, the 2025 Technician of the Year, AJ Roseborough, Team El Toro Loco. We got to get your feedback on that one.
Man, that was crazy. Fernando, he always comes out here. He always does exactly what he does. He comes out here, gets crazy for you guys. Rosemont, how'd you like that?
AJ, as his teammate, this has to feel incredible.
Fernie, you're a crazy driver. Did we just see a double backflip? I think we did. Chicago, how'd you like that one?
Let's hear it one more time. Team El Toro Loco.
Let's keep the momentum going. Taking the track now, it's Kylie Kent, Team Sparkle Smash.
Put those hands together for Kylie Kent, Sparkle Smash. Go ahead and score now. You know where to go and you know what to do.
Kylie Kent started off that freestyle with some nice air right there, getting a popper off onto the pod. The Super Glue glued to the action replay, making use of the entire track, hitting all the obstacles. and finishing out the entire clock. The scores are locked. Let's find out. Here we go. The score for Kylie Kent is 7.163, good for 4th place. Let's make some noise for your next competitor. We have Chucky Palkin, Team Classroom Crusher. And he gets the save off of the bicycle. 10 seconds left.
Let him hear you, Monster Jam fans. That was Chucky Palkin, Classroom Crusher. Crushing it out there on the track. You fans, you got to score. You got about 15 seconds.
Unbelievable move right there towards the end of the freestyle with 10 seconds left. Chucky Palkin's pumping up the crowd. Here we go. The score to beat is El Toro Loco 9.480. And the score for Chucky Palkin is not quite enough to take the top, putting you in 2nd place. 8.587 for Team Classroom Crusher. Here we go, Monster Jam fans. I've been talking about it throughout the entire event, and we have been receiving donations. So if you want, you can still donate. It is not over. Scan that QR code to donate for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. We've been raising money and donating for this amazing cause we've partnered with here at Monster Jam. And you can see the leaderboard only by a slight margin. Team Sparkle Smash has taken the lead, so you can still donate all the way up until the end of the event, and I'll crown a St. Jude ambassador. Here we go, Monster Jam fans. It is now time for Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron, to hit the track for freestyle. Tony Oaks seems to be lining it up after a couple of combination moves. 17 seconds left on the clock. He's going for a Morgan and Morgan backflip. And he pulls it off. 8 seconds left, Tony.
That was Tony Oaks, JCB Digatron. He says, thank you, Rosemont. Don't forget to turn those screams into scores.
Take a bow, Tony Oaks, pulling off the second Morgan and Morgan backflip here at Freestyle. That Freestyle had everything, technical moves, combinations, a wow moment landing that backflip. The score to beat sits with Fernando Martinez, a 9.480. Will this be enough to take the lead? The score for Tony Oaks is a 9.040. He likes that score. Second place, I'll take that for Team JCB Digatron. And we have some breaking news. Our St. Jude's Ambassador of the Night is going to go to Wesson Anderson and Noah Bakken, Team Gravedigger. They have received the most donations on behalf of all of you Monster Jam fans. Thank you very much for your generosity. Take a look at the leaderboard. Toro Loco is still hanging on to that lead with a 9.480. We have 2 more competitors left to hit the track here for Freestyle. And let's welcome your next competitor, Rosemont. It is your local superstar. It is time for Abe Galvin, Team Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Those hands together for Abe Galvin, Ringling Bailey Circuit. It is time to score at judgeszone.com.
Oh man, Abe Galvin, his freestyle here in front of his home crowd. His friends and family are watching. That super glue glued to the action replay. He made use of his whole time, ending it with an exclamation mark with those donuts. The scores are locked, and the score for Gabe Galvin is a 7.410. And he is proudly representing Mexico. For all of you Mexican Monster Jam fans out there, all of you Latin American fans, look at the representation on the track. Abe Galvin. Alrighty, Monster Jam fans, as you can see right here, Abe Galvin is making the signal that that Bailey Circuit Monster Jam truck is broken. We're gonna have the JCB Dirt Squad come out, and we're gonna take them back to the pits to assess the damage and see exactly what is going on with Ringling Bailey Circuit before Weston Anderson takes on that freestyle. Christina Moore, I know you spend a lot of time in the pits. Christina, you tell me what's been going on. Have you been hearing anything?
So right now, don't have 100% word of what's going on, obviously, with the Ringling Bailey Circuit, but I will say, having been back in the pits many times throughout this weekend, our UNOH technicians, all of our crew chiefs, it really has been an all hands on deck weekend. I say it a lot when it comes to these 5 event weekends. It is a marathon, it is not a sprint, and we have seen crew chiefs working on other trucks, everybody kind of coming together collectively, and it really just is a true testament to the camaraderie that goes on behind the scenes, David, because, you know, we don't get to see that a lot of the times, and I hope you guys had the opportunity during the Northern Tool and Equipment Pit Report, and if you were here during trackside earlier, to kind of be able to see a little peek behind the curtain and experience what goes on behind the scenes here at Monster Jam, again, with our talented UNOH technicians and all of our crew chiefs right now on the track. You got a little help from our JCB Dirt Squad. Gonna take that Ringling Bailey Circuit back into the pits, because going next week, David, we got 4 more. We're heading to Pennsylvania, so we gotta get these Monster Jam trucks ready to go.
That's right, of course. We are going to next weekend be in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania for some more Monster Jam action, but I just want to give a big shout out to Abe Galvin right there in front of his home crowd, doing an incredible job, joining team Ringling Bailey Circuit. We're gonna leave him right there. He's gonna witness that Grave Digger freestyle coming up soon from Weston Anderson. So let's kick it off. Those bells only mean one thing. Make some noise for Weston Anderson, Grave Digger!
Rosemont for the final time this weekend. Make some noise for Weston Anderson, Grave Digger.
Taylor, he is a bad man. He's badder than bad. He is super bad. Weston Anderson, an incredible freestyle to cap off this competition. The scores are locked. Let's find out who is taking this competition. The score for Weston Anderson is an 8.765, which means that your winner for Monster Jam Freestyle is Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. gaining valuable points there, but will it be enough to crown him the overall event champion? We've added up the totals, and Rosemont, your overall BKT event champion is Team JCB Digatron. Tony Oaks, Josh Hetford taking the win by 1 point over Team Gravedigger. We saw them win earlier. They are your defending BKT overall event champions earlier today on Sunday, and they end Sunday night, the final event here in Rosemont, with another trophy to add to their collection. An unbelievable performance there. Josh Hetford getting it done. This is number 5 BKT overall event championships for Team JCB Digatron. Josh Hetford won back-to-back competitions, put them in a position to where Tony just had to compete better than Gravedigger in order to win this trophy. And he said, I'm not letting that stop me. He went out there, commanded freestyle, and now they find themselves on top of the pod yet again. Tough competitions this weekend all throughout. Hats off to every single one of our Monster Jam athletes. They left it all on the track here in Chicagoland. Every time we come here, you guys bring it, and that's why these athletes do what they do. So let's hear some noise for all of our athletes here at Freestyle Mania as Christina Moore makes her way to the top of the pod, trophies in hand. Let's see what these boys have to say. Christina, take it away.
Tony, Josh, huge congratulations. This one came down literally to the wire, 1 point, and you're walking away with the hardware now not once, but twice this weekend.
Yeah, I was kind of nervous when Weston went out there with that Gravedigger truck. You know, he had a killer run out there, and I'm watching like, okay, Weston, slow it down a little bit, buddy, slow it down a little bit. We just need that point. But you know what? Couldn't have done it without Josh. Josh came out here, killed it on that dirt bike, man. Thank you so much. You're doing so great. We're so proud of you. Rosemont, you guys are so great. Every year, Black Ops, Thunder Roars, JCB Digatron. Every time I come here, you guys are the best. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Josh, can you top that energy right now? He is just radiating the energy.
Tony's one of a kind. You know, he's always throwing down huge. So excited for everybody and all these fans, all these kids, all these amazing future monster truck drivers and dirt bike riders. And I'm just pumped to be back up here. You guys having fun? All right.
Give it up one more time, Team JCB Digatron, your BKT overall event champion.
That's right. Congratulations to Team JCB Digatron, Josh Hetford, and of course, we're going to catch up. Fernando Martinez took that freestyle win. Let's hear what Fernando has to say after winning freestyle.
There's a lot of celebrations happening on this pod right now. Fern, you got out of that truck, you kind of did like the Jim Carrey run, and you were so amped up.
Yeah, ese fue por todos ustedes, mi gente latino. I love you. Where are you guys at? Come on. There we go. Christina, that's why we do it. That's why we leave every weekend to come put on an event for these fans in the stands. It's a Sunday night. You could be at home getting ready for work, but you're right here at Monster Jam partying it up with us. And for that, I am eternally grateful for each and every single one of you. Rosemont, you're the best. We'll come back here year after year as long as you guys are here. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, Fernando Martinez taking the freestyle win, but overall, it's Team JCB Digatron standing on top of the pod, your overall event champions, one step closer to World Finals in Salt Lake City, 4th of July weekend. I had an incredible time here at Rosemont from the start of the weekend all the way throughout. So many amazing moments, so many times that you all came and showed up, you Rosemont Monster Jam fans. Of course, we have Christina and we got Taylor. I do want to pick your brains. What was your takeaway, girls?
David, I gotta say, I am happy we all survived the weekend because Rosemont is always one for the books. It's electric, it's fun, it's unpredictable. You get to see history each and every time we come to this amazing all-state arena. Listen, Monster Jam trucks have been coming here for 40 years, and you know, it's safe to say with crowds like this, we're gonna keep coming back, Taylor.
Definitely. I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself. If I keep going, I'll just be saying the same things that you both have said, but I think we ought to just wrap it up and leave it on a high note here, David. What do you say?
I say that you all said it, couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much, Rosemont, for coming out. On the way out, make sure you stop by the merch desk, pick up the latest Spin Master toy, check out monsterjam.com for all the latest info on upcoming events. And of course, on behalf of Taylor Olivia, Christina Moore, my name is David Mila, and
that was Monster Jam Freestyle!